Hi, I'm Lee. Welcome back to the channel LCW DIY. In this episode, we have picked ourselves up a free greenhouse. This is where our catio used to be. We now let the cats out roaming free, so the catio is not in use, and we're going to put the greenhouse up against the wall here. So let's have a look at this. Run the intro. Right, so this is it, another free pickup off Facebook. Someone was getting rid of a 8x6 greenhouse. That is the base frame for it. And over here we have all the bits and bobs. We dismantled it completely. Left the door in one piece. Let's have a look over here. Right, and these are all the old aluminium nuts and bolts that you take off, and because they're aluminium, a lot of them just snap in half, so bought a new pack off Amazon for $8.99. There's 50 new ones in there. Some other bits and pieces, and then all the bits and pieces of glass down here. There is one broken piece, and the rest need cleaning. That's about it. There's all your. Could have bought some new window clips as well, and also the sort of Z clips that hold the window pieces in place. But we should be all right with them. So at the moment, just got the Karcher out, giving everything a nice clean up. Got rid of most of it now. Most of it had all the green algae under there, which I'm trying to get rid of. So everything's going to get Karchered. All of this, going to get all the scummy bits off it, all the moss, all the green stuff. The wife is doing that while I take this thing down. I'm going to leave the back frame on the wall because it is exactly the right size to put the greenhouse up against. So we're not going to put the sort of back of the greenhouse on. We're going to connect it to the frame that's already there. That way the cats can still come in and out through their window, and we'll probably end up putting a cat flap in the door somewhere. So let's get this dismantled. See how we go on. Let's get you on a time lapse.
I'm buzzing, let's drink up. Your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we.
Well, it's late afternoon now, late-ish anyway. Got the frames down, got it off of the wall, just lent them up against there for now so they're out of the way. Just cut up some paving slabs into strips just to try and get it level, but we'll concrete these down when we're ready. Just want to get me sizes roughly into position, work out what we're doing. This grass needs to come up. You might ask why I'm putting a greenhouse in the shade. This does get all the morning sun until about sort of 1 or 2 o'clock, or probably about 2 or 3 o'clock actually, you'll get sun out onto this edge. So it's fine there. It's the only real position we'll be happy with it put in. All the frames all been cleaned up, all the moss has been taken off. Still has like a few little marks and stuff on there, but it's better than what it was. So now let's get the base, put that together, and try and work out how this greenhouse goes back together. This is the fun part. Might just put you on a time lapse again.
Young I'm buzzing, let's drink up. Your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun.
Right, so that's it for this evening so far. We've got our base done, screwed together. We've cleared up in here. We're going to have to level the flooring up a bit, which is why I've cut up the paving slabs. Still not quite level, but we'll sort that out. And we've got to get the surface off this grass. But that's it together. We've got our two sides together and our two front and backs. So we still need to have the ridge on and do the roof, but that can all go together when we put it on the base and get everything else leveled. So a lot of these pieces are all the same. It's quite easy in the end to work out where they went, even though we had the numbering system when we took it apart. Put all the numbers on our bits and pieces so we all know where they went, especially in these corners of the front. You know, we marked each one up where they all go. So that did help in working out where some of it went together. So that's it from me and my handy, helpful helper. Right, so we'll get back on this again in the morning. And we're back. It's not morning, it's afternoon. A bit busy this morning. We've done a few bits and bobs without recording. They're all self-explanatory stuff really, and it's all different for everyone else and what you've got. So let's show you what we've done this morning so far. But we should be pretty much ready to get the frame up now. Right, so we've got the base down and a level. So I just dug some channels out and just filled them with some weave fabric membrane, and just put some stones along there, because the ground it's pretty sort of curved, so we had to kind of level that out. We have got gaps. We have still got gaps under there, but I can sort them out at a later date. Yeah, so we just put some cement and stuff under there so we can close these gaps up, and then on top of the stones I've just put some bricks in there just to give it some support, just keep it all level. And again over this side we've got some gaps, but we'll cement these in eventually. Right, so put the level on the long side. I don't know whether you can see that properly, but that is pretty much level. And then we're the same down the sides as well. They're pretty much level. Not sure if that is in focus or not. So, long side again. Hopefully you can see that. It's pretty close. I think once all the frame's on there, it's going to even itself out. I might have to put something under the back bit under there just to support that back one, although that's not going to have any glass in it, so that probably won't need supporting, although it will have the weight of the roof coming down on it. Did have to take one of these bars off from here because it does the window sill that's on here. But hopefully I can support this. I'll put some wood from the windowsill up to the underside of that, so that will support it. So it just needs to support the weight of the glass on the roof, so that should be okay. Right, so just put you on a time lapse now. Probably just going to get the frame up, and we'll do the glass tomorrow. It does get a bit windy around here, and if you've got a greenhouse that's just got half the glass in it, the wind is probably just going to twist it, buckle it, smash the glass, this, that, the other. So we'll probably just get the frame up now and do the glass tomorrow.
If you love me right, yeah, this could be the song.
Right, let's try that again, add it on time lapse. I've already filmed this once. Right, day 3 now, just getting the glass in here. Done a couple more bits inside, which I'll show you. Right, so I've just put some wooden boards up. It's just some boards I had laying around. I've got 5x2 down there. Some of the old beehive that we had, that's just like a 4x1 or probably 5x1. And just put this on here to just hold the stones in from the other side, really. Just there, stops them going underneath and getting into this area, and likewise stops this coming out. And eventually we'll get some more stones up there, so it's right up to the bottom, just to stop any air coming in. And obviously we're just going to pile some mud up in here. It's all made up, nothing's going to plan. So I've just pulled the weed fabric up to sort of hold the stones underneath. It just stops all the stones coming in under there. Yeah, so what we'll do on the outside here, we'll obviously get some more stones in here and just pile them up around the edge. Hopefully it'll probably cover these little bricks up that we've got it all sitting on the moment, but it's all sitting down nicely. So we're just getting the glass panes in. You know, the clips are a bit all rusted and that, but we're cleaning the glass up at the moment. Got bits of rubber that are missing. Some of the seals are gone, but we're not too worried about that. This can be quite expensive to replace if you want to replace it all, because some of it is all gone a bit hard. So, you know, there's a bit up here, it's all a bit hard and you can't really sit it down in its groove anymore. So yeah, we're not too worried about all that in a minute. Just want to get this up and usable for now. Oh yeah, you know, on the door, got the rubber strip missing there, might replace that, but yeah, so door's on, got all the fronts glassed, door slides open nicely, so that's good. Yeah, so my lovely assistant is just got some soapy water, cleaning the glass down, skivvy work, getting it all nice and clean, ready to go, because it is all covered in sort of algae and all the green stuff, so a bit of soapy water gets all that off. Now some of it has got some paint splashes on it as well, so we have got a little scraper, a little glass scraper. It's just got like a little razor blade in there, gets all the paints off, scratches it off nicely. So quick look at the thermometer before we put the glass on. So currently we're at about 16 degrees. So we'll see what that is like when we get the glass in, even with all the drafts. So that's it, I'm just going to get on now, installing the rest of this glass. I'll show you when I'm putting the last panes in, or maybe some of the panes on the roof. We'll show putting that in. I mean, it's all self-explanatory, but I will show you putting one in, and then the rest is pretty much the same. Right, let's get on with this.
Give it to me, baby, all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Love me right. If you love me right, if you love me right, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night.
Right, now I thought I'd film this bit. We only had one end of the top of the greenhouse. I've already cut out one end from the glass. We've got these spare sheets because we're not putting the back of the greenhouse on because it's up against the house. But I needed two of these because, you know, this one cane broke, the other one was missing completely. So we're going to cut this out from a big sheet of glass. So we've got ourselves a glass cutter. It was only $2.99 down at Screwfix. So when I got one of them. So when we line our glass up, we need to leave a gap of about 2 or 3 mil, which is, that's the edge we're going to be using along our straight edge, and then you've got sort of 2 or 3 mil to your actual cutter. So I'm just going to slide this glass down so it's overhanging the glass behind by a few mil. Actually, no, I'm not. That's how I did the other one. Now you're not going to be able to do this in like one go, so we need to sort of do a couple of straight cuts. So just got a blue Sharpie. Just going to go on the outside of the glass down there, down there. I can flip the glass over, line up this side and the line we've already drawn. So now, I don't know whether you can see that because I've only got a light blue Sharpie. That is our window now drawn out. Not sure, I've got myself a straight edge. Not sure that's not going to be long enough. I just have to use my steel rule, the spirit level. Now just got it on a nice thick surface. Now I want to be inside this blue line, so I'm going to have to come over a bit, away from the blue line, so my blade is going to run where I need it to. So just lining that up, that looks about right. So hopefully now in one go, start right at the very edge. Keep your straight line in line. Pushing straight down. You can hear it scoring. Till we go off the end. One should be enough. I've heard people say don't do this because you're just going to blunt the blade, but I just want to make sure I've got a good line. I'm only going to do a couple of cuts and the blade will be knackered anyway, so. Alright, so we've got a nice score all the way across there. I'm just going to give it a tap along there. Nice and firm. And hopefully that helps the crack go down. Whether it does or not, I do not know. Nice firm tap along the lines. Now I'm just going to hang that over the edge of this wood a bit. Get my line on there. Probably not got enough movement to break it actually. Might have to lift it up a bit more. No, there you go. That's just slipped straight down. And that has given us there perfect straight line. Thank God that worked this time. Right. So now again, we want to do this line. Right, so just get our straight edge just a couple of mil over the line to allow, like I say, for our distance to the blade. Starting right at the edge there. Score down. That's it. Just going to do it a couple of times. And again, we're just going to tap down our score line. Nice and firm. Put our line just on the edge of that board. Did I put my gloves on last time? Should really put my gloves on. And if all goes to plan, just going to tap that. Perfect cuts, perfect straight lines. Attempt number 2 done. I'll show you attempt number 1. Bend. That didn't snap along the line, did it? Right, let's go and put this in place now. I just need a couple of our little Z clips on here. Get it bent up. It's a slightly better one. Now if we've cut this the right size, should be able to just drop this into our Z clips. Line it up, slide it in. Now we're just going to take our window clips, our paving clips. So we just tuck one end under there. Oh, dropped it. Another one. Nice, we just get our window clips, glazing clips, wrong way round. So they must go in that way round. So just get that one leg under there first. And then you just make sure that little loop is going behind that glass pane, and you can just push that back into place, and that's now holding that in there. So it's going to do 4 in this one. So pop that in there, slide that under, and then 2 again on the other side. So slide that in under there. Over, and then I dropped on the floor. Last one, in under there. That's it. That's all in. Nice and tight. Perfect job.
I don't know what I was filming there. Screen went off.
And that's how you cut on thick glass. It did take a couple of attempts. And of course, typically the sun hasn't been out since we've put this thing up, so but it's still got up to 20 degrees. Right, so in we go. What are you doing in there, Pip? Let's get in. Ah, so we've just turned the mud over a bit. Nice and echoey in here. So there's our bits of wood put over the side. We are going to get some compost in here. I'm probably going to put another board along the edge of that, and then just get some half paving slabs I can cut off and put down there, just to make that a little bit more narrower. We'll get some little benches over in this corner. As you can see, there's no glass in the back here. It's up to the wall. So we have got a couple of little drafts that will be down the side of here that I'm just going to cover up with a bit of wood or plastic or something. We do have a draft here. This is where the cats kind of like come in and out. Probably going to take that pane out down there and put a cat flap in there so the cats can get in and out, and we haven't got the draft going through this window in the winter. Well, that window needs bloody changing anyway. It's a disgrace. My wife's already put a few of her little bits and bobs in here. There she was outside. So the temperature now is probably just getting up to about 20 degrees. Don't know how in focus that's going to be. Might record that on my phone. Pippa, why are you laying in the mud? Don't eat it. Alright, I'm back outside again. So we have still got gaps under there, but I do plan on just, cementing them in and raising the bricks up, so at least this is stood on something as well. So we'll fill that in. Right, so we've just gone around the edge as well. Just filled the edges up with the stones. So that stops the draft getting in from under there and keeps those planks of woods in place. Lets the water drain away, stops anything going under it, and it hides the little brick blocks we've put it on. So not too bad, considering it cost absolutely nothing, apart from the $8.99 we spent on some new aluminium nuts and bolts. We've got the 2 triangular pieces we cut out of the spare panes of glass we had. That end and the other end. That ended up there, so that's not too bad. We've got the window openers. I mean, these are a bit knackered, but we might get some more for 20 quid. So, and just have the windows open. Well, these have got like little adjustment screws on there, so you can. It's hard to do one-handed, but you can just have the window open ajar. But I'm not sure whether these are meant to be like sort of hydraulic, and you know, when you push the window up, it should stay up there. I don't know. We might get a couple more of these. They are a bit knackered and flimsy. Same again at the front. Got our window openers. And that is about it. Right, so that's it there, and we have it. That is our free greenhouse, apart from the $8.99 for the aluminium nuts and bolts. Again, bit of hard work. Probably sort of only took about an hour or so to take it down. It has probably taken a good few days to get it all clean, put it back together again, cut some glass down, figuring out how it goes back together again. It's pretty straightforward. You've got like these cross pieces which are basically in the corners and they go up to the top. All these side pieces are the same, they're the same length, same style. So it actually went back together and was easier to put back together than I actually thought. But if you have a look at the prices for these online, this is an 8x6 greenhouse. Go and look at the prices. You know, they're not much cheaper than probably about 350 quid. So ended up, this was all free. The stones I've put around the bottom were free off Facebook Marketplace. Greenhouse was free off Facebook Marketplace. Anything else, the bits of wood I've put in are just stuff I've had laying around. Even the deck chair we got in there was free. So we've got all the wood left that we took down from the catio that was previously there. So we'll just make a frame up for that and probably just go and get some free pallets, cut the slats off the top of them and just make some little tables up in the corner, a little L-shaped table so the wife can go in there and do her pottering, whatever she wants to do. Go out there if you want a greenhouse, go out there, do some work, get a free one, save yourself 350, 400, even more, £600. So I could have spent a little bit more money like replacing the window clips. They're all a bit rusted, but you know, that could all be changed. And also the seals, I could change the seals, but they are pretty expensive. I think it's 20 quid just for 6 meters, which would probably do sort of just these 3 here. So that could get expensive. I'm not worried about any broken glass. The wife knocked over 4 sheets and smashed them to smithereens. But don't worry about that. We can replace them with like acrylic or some polycarbonate sheets. So that's fine. I forgive her. Getting daggers. Right, I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Goodbye. I think that's it for now.